Dear Matti, I like our idea of reverting to the postal service and thereby having our first written message to each other conveyed by hand. We are both, given our locations, aware of the snail problem. There is, after all, no channel of communication without its risks. And this way at least, some living creature will have been nourished by our efforts. Best wishes.
Dear John, let me give you a picture of a walking, looking for a box. I've realised is all the way, little hempstone of it. In the morning, an area of woodland surrounded by milk, thistle and borage, where the train crosses the river at Tally-Ho and the caravans at 2 bridges owned by 2 Jims have been there 5 years. It is good to hear your experience because I've only known Top Ness without the college, and my experiments that happened in the garage happened with abstraction. Best wishes, Matti.
Dear Matti, a walk tonight that I've been doing for 31 years, delivering my first postcard. What happens on these repeated walks? Familiarity with variations. It's all rhythm and knowing expectation. Last night, a young deer, apparently cropping the lush birch, only became aware of me when I was within a few yards. Best wishes, John.
Dear John, from Newtown. And now a grunt of clouds cloak the weeds to stoop the hill place through to someone else's web. I should have gone with the familiar route, or risked a heron escape to badger coat. I should have let the soften sink, the old growth, and later yellow. How is it that the purple, like a glockenspiel, seeds? Name's Ash. Did you happen, John, to know the meaning? I can tell you I'm somewhere between Redpost and the bracken that obscures Fishacre Barton. Best wishes.
Dear Matti, I can only guess what you might be playing or singing in Bridpool, so a particular song or melody doesn't cling to your card. That little Hempstead word picture does. I know that scene from different angles, including the train. All the best, John.
Dear John, from Birmingham Station. It is hard at this time talking to a poet. I don't necessarily know I have lost something. I don't ordinarily look for people's trust in the space between Little Hempstead and where you live vastly. Not that we're looking for anything but a dear friend of mine, and more like a grey giant has her. Wouldn't even talk with me, John. And John, I've tried. But in the bottleneck poem is but I am mistaken for the weather approaching. The vermilion is coming out, and on the way to Lisgard, St. John's Wort. Isn't it strange? Best wishes.
Dear Matti, of course, all there is movement, especially when there's wind, light today but noticeable, and when I can hear or see the Marble Brook, or both, the stiller I am, the more noticeable, the slightest quiver of grass blades at my feet. 2 cardboard honks, and then the dark blue estate passes. Driver and I wave, gnats at eye height. A car passes the gap at the crossroads, Hockleyhead, and another that I hear, but don't see. Hazel leaves, rattling. Best wishes, John.
Dear John, even 10 pence is a lot when your hat is a hollow waiting for it.
I agree, Matty, this address between
This
stranger
night,
poets
the rain on the van roof
is difficult,
hundreds
especially
of
when the point is
tears
also
channeled.
to be
I
overheard,
cannot bring myself to
and
be always
difficult to
there,
start a chain of
outside.
replies.
So I bring my
In our
yes
cars,
and gosh,
travel
the
at
green
angles to our
and
whereabouts.
high-edged names
This makes sense to me
past Hemsworth
of
to
poems.
Swingers Club car park with gigantic generator and spotlights on a yellow pole. Past 2 James caravans at 2 bridges, and Sarah's self-drive being deconstructed like a chicken in fluids. Best wishes.